Do you feel like you are constantly losing the battle with distraction? Feel like tech notifications and endless to-do lists keep pulling you away from meaningful work and your own life? Well, according to Nir Eyal, best-selling author of Indistractable, the real fight isn't with your smartphone. It is with your own discomfort. And in this video, I'm going to break down the core wisdom from Nir's appearance on Ali Abdaal's Deep Dive podcast, turning his research and radical strategies into actionable insights that you can use today. And so to get straight into this podcast summary, contrary to popular belief, technology isn't the villain. Distraction has been the default human condition for centuries. In fact, Plato, the famous Greek philosopher, talked about this struggle with akrasia, which is the tendency to do things against our better interest, over 2,500 years ago. And so here's the big idea. Time management is just pain management. Rather than blaming notifications and apps, you have to understand that almost all distraction starts internally. And so Nir Eyal's system isn't just about willpower or digital detoxes. It's about tactical, psychological self-mastery. And here's the framework broken down step by step. First, you have to master internal triggers. This is because most distraction is just emotional escape. You have to spot your triggers: boredom, anxiety, fatigue, loneliness. Try the 10-minute rule. When an urge hits, wait it out for 10 minutes, noticing your feelings with curiosity instead of frustration, and you will soon begin to notice that your cravings will pass. Keep a distraction journal, so each time you veer off track, jot down what you felt and what you did. This is because control stems from awareness. And then step 2 is to make time for traction, not to-do lists. Traction equals actions aligned with your values and intentions. To-do lists are infinite and demoralizing. Instead, block time on your calendar for the work, fun, rest, learning, and relationships that you value. Success is keeping the promise to yourself to do what you planned, not just checking more boxes on the to-do list. Have planned spontaneity time blocks. These are just intentional act of scheduling unstructured time in your calendar to freely engage in whatever feels right in the moment without guilt or distraction. And then third, hack back external triggers. So audit every notification, workspace, queue, and interruption. Keep only those that serve your goals, and everything else, just shut it down. Use physical signals like Nir's concentration crown to ward off interruptions at home or in the office. And basically, a concentration crown is just simply wearing something to signal to others that you're in deep focus and should not be interrupted. So you can just wear like a hat, or like wear a specific type of clothes, or wear like a watch or something, just something to let the people around you know that you are trying to lock in. And then fourth, prevent distractions with pre-commitments. So price, effort, and identity packs. You just want to make quitting costly, either with some form of money or socially, or just something that you will take away if you don't commit to whatever it is that you are committing your time to, or that you say that you are going to commit to. And add friction to undesired behaviors. So for example, locking your phone in a drawer. And don't knock willpower. Your belief in your own energy is half the battle. One of Eyal's most striking insights is that distraction fundamentally stems from our desire to escape emotional discomfort rather than any lack of information or knowledge. We live in an era of unprecedented access to data, tutorials, and guidance, yet we remain as distractible as ever because the real issue isn't intellectual, but emotional. This reframes the entire productivity conversation away from just productivity hacks and moves it towards emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Equally important is Eyal's contrarian take on habits. This is because while the self-help world obsesses over building automatic routines, he argues that some of our most meaningful work, creative projects, deep thinking, challenging conversations will never truly become habitual. These activities require conscious effort and intention every single time. And accepting this reality rather than fighting it actually makes us more effective because we stop waiting for motivation to strike and instead build systems that support difficult work. Perhaps most proactively, Eyal suggested that most modern attention problems aren't complicated defects, but are just simple failures of planning and forethought. Rather than pathologizing our struggles with focus, he advocates for treating them as skill gaps that can be systematically addressed. This extends to his practice of schedule synchronization, which is just sharing your time box calendars with teammates and family members and friends. And what this basically does is lets the people around you know what is going on in your life. And so they don't like try and plan something that overlaps with one of your like working time blocks. And so if you are just looking for a super quick summary, here is a fast applied cheat sheet. Use the 10-minute rule for cravings, keep a distraction journal for awareness, time box your entire week, so work, play, rest, people, audit and neuter your notifications, pre-commit with price, effort, and identity packs, share your calendar with others for alignment, and to schedule leisure. Guilt-free downtime is productive too. Becoming indistractable is about forethought, emotional awareness, and protecting your time. The payoff from that is just a life aligned with your values, where work, rest, and play happen with full presence. With that being said, go block 10 minutes on your calendar and start reclaiming your focus. That is everything for this summary. If you enjoyed, check out my other summaries and also check out my other socials, my Substack, my X, my health page. I am very active on every single one of those. And also subscribe for more videos and insightful posts from a 17-year-old who's documenting his journey on becoming a modern day polymath and reaching self-actualization. That is everything, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.